In this video, Archangel Michael says, your home is under watch, and nothing escapes the eyes of the divine. This is not just a warning but a powerful revelation that will change how you see your surroundings. Every corner of your space is under spiritual surveillance, and there is a reason for it. God's eyes are always upon you, not to bring fear, but to shield and protect. The forces of darkness roam, seeking an entrance, but they will not succeed when you remain under divine security. Heaven has assigned watchful spirits around your home, monitoring every movement, every whisper, and every unseen presence. You may not see them, but angels stand guard at your doors, watching over your family, your possessions, and your peace. When you sleep, they do not, ensuring that no harm comes near your dwelling. There are things you have been saved from without ever realizing, silent battles fought on your behalf. The reason for this divine surveillance is clear: the enemy is persistent, but God is always ahead. Just as earthly security cameras deter thieves, the presence of the Almighty repels the works of darkness. Nothing happens without His knowledge, and nothing will touch you without His permission. Like this video if you receive this divine protection. There are moments when you feel a sudden unease, as if something unseen is watching. That is your spirit recognizing the reality of this divine monitoring. The Holy Spirit alerts you when there are disruptions in your atmosphere, nudging you to pray, to be aware, to remain aligned with God. You may have sensed a presence in your home, not realizing that angels are stationed at every doorway. They see what you do not, hear what is unspoken, and respond when danger draws near. If only your spiritual eyes could open, you would witness the intense activity surrounding your protection. The enemy has tried to send disruptions into your household, but they have been blocked before reaching you. There have been plans against you that have been dismantled before they could manifest. The reason you still have peace, the reason no sudden disaster has entered your home, is because of this 24/7 divine surveillance. Some attacks come through unseen forces, but many arrive through people sent with ill intentions. Not everyone who enters your home comes with a pure heart. Some carry energies meant to disturb, to cause confusion, to plant seeds of destruction. Type Amen if you believe in divine protection. God sees beyond what you can perceive. That is why He removes people from your life without explanation. Some connections are cut off because they carried danger, even when they seemed harmless. You may have wondered why certain friendships faded or why some invitations were blocked. That was not a coincidence, it was divine intervention. There were unseen traps set for you, but God redirected your path before you could walk into them. The enemy studies your routines, looking for gaps in your spiritual defense. If you are inconsistent in prayer, he sees. If your faith wavers, he notices. That is why staying connected to God is not optional, it is your survival. The Holy Spirit operates as the ultimate alarm system. He alerts you to false friendships, hidden dangers, and deceptive opportunities. When you feel an unexplained resistance or sense an invisible wall stopping you, pay attention. Type 777 if you trust God's guidance. Your home is not just a physical structure, it is a spiritual territory. What enters it carries energy, whether peace or chaos, whether blessings or burdens. That is why you must be vigilant about what you allow in. Objects, conversations, and even digital content can shift the atmosphere of your home. Some things open doors unknowingly, giving the enemy access. Be mindful of what plays on your screens, what words are spoken within your walls, and what spirits you entertain. God is calling you to a higher level of awareness. Ignorance is no excuse when it comes to spiritual matters. If your home is under attack, it is not by accident, it is by design, and it requires your response. Angels are watching, but so is the enemy. The difference is that one comes to protect, and the other comes to destroy. Your spiritual environment determines which one has more influence. Type yes if you declare your home a place of divine presence. There are signs when something is not right in your household. Sudden arguments, unexpected losses, unexplained sickness, and recurring misfortunes are not always natural. They are sometimes indications of spiritual interference. The enemy tries to hide in the unnoticed places. He works through small disruptions, hoping you dismiss them as normal. But when you start praying with authority, those disturbances will be exposed. God is showing you what has been hidden. Pay attention to the patterns in your home. The things that seem repetitive, whether positive or negative, have a spiritual root. If blessings flow effortlessly, it means the presence of God is abundant. If hardship lingers, something needs to be removed. Your spiritual awareness is the key to maintaining divine protection. Type 444 if you declare your home a place of peace. Do not underestimate the power of an anointed home. When God's presence fills a place, darkness has no room. Every object, every corner, and every person within it is covered by divine authority. Some houses feel heavy the moment you walk in, while others feel light and peaceful. That is because spiritual energies linger. You must decide what kind of atmosphere your home carries. Play worship music, speak words of blessing, and anoint your home regularly. These are not rituals, they are spiritual strategies. When your space is filled with God's presence, no evil force can dwell there. The enemy flees from an environment that is saturated with prayer. He cannot stay where the name of Jesus is consistently lifted. Your home must be a place where God's glory rests. Nothing happens without a reason. If God has heightened your awareness about your surroundings, it is because He wants you to act. This is your confirmation to be intentional about securing your home spiritually. You are not just living in a house, you are dwelling in a sacred space. God has placed you there for a purpose. Your home is meant to be a refuge, not a battlefield. Angels patrol your perimeter, but they respond to your prayers. If you remain spiritually passive, you leave gaps in your protection. Be vigilant, be prayerful, and be intentional. Your home is under divine CCTV surveillance. Nothing escapes God's sight. Nothing can harm you when you remain under His watch. The spiritual realm is highly active, and whether you see it or not, battles take place over your household. Just as governments require surveillance for security, heaven mandates its own watch over your dwelling. Every shadow, every whisper, and every energy that enters your space is noted. You may think you are alone, but you are never truly unobserved. Angels are assigned to stand guard over your doors, your windows, and even the unseen cracks where the enemy tries to enter. They watch day and night, ensuring that no harm comes near you. This is why your home is under around-the-clock surveillance. God does not leave His people exposed. He ensures that those who trust in Him are always protected, even when they sleep. Type 333 if you receive this divine protection. Not all visitors who come to your home are meant to enter. Some carry unseen burdens, bringing spiritual disruptions with them. This is why divine monitoring is necessary. It catches what your human eyes cannot. Your atmosphere shifts when certain people walk in. Sometimes you feel uneasy without knowing why. That is your spirit responding to the unseen energies they bring. God's surveillance picks up on these disturbances before you even recognize them. There have been times when you felt the urge to turn someone away, but you ignored it. That was a divine warning, a signal from the spiritual CCTV over your home. Many homes have suffered attacks not because they were unprotected, but because they let in the wrong people. The enemy often disguises himself as a friend, a guest, or even an opportunity. But nothing is hidden from the divine watchers. Your home is more than just walls and a roof, it is a spiritual territory. Whatever enters, whether seen or unseen, leaves an imprint on the atmosphere. That is why what you allow in must be carefully considered. Not every object belongs in your home. Some items carry energies from their origins, and without realizing it, you may be inviting trouble. This is why the spiritual surveillance system of heaven is always active, tracking what comes and goes. Even conversations that take place inside your home matter. Words spoken in anger, doubt, or fear can create openings for darkness to settle in. That is why speaking life, peace, and blessings over your space is so important. God monitors not just the external threats, but the internal ones as well. Your home must remain a place of peace, and anything that disrupts that peace must be removed. Divine security sees what you cannot and instructs you to act accordingly. Type 777 if you trust God's guidance. Have you ever felt an unexplained tension in your home? A heaviness that wasn't there before? That is often a sign that something spiritual has shifted. The enemy tries to creep in unnoticed. He does not always come with obvious destruction. Sometimes, he enters through distractions, through small disagreements, through subtle disruptions. But God sees it all. There have been moments when you felt a sudden urge to pray, and that was no coincidence. That was heaven's alert system sounding off, signaling you to take spiritual authority. When you pray, you activate divine reinforcements. This is why your home must always be spiritually monitored. Just as security cameras record events, the spiritual realm documents every interaction. Heaven ensures that nothing harmful can linger if you stay aligned with God's protection. Your home has been legally assigned under divine surveillance. This is not an option, it is a necessity. The forces of darkness operate in secrecy, but God's light exposes every hidden thing. There are people who have entered your home with wrong intentions, but they were stopped before they could execute their plans. You did not see the battle, but it was fought on your behalf. The enemy tried, but he failed. God has positioned angels at every entry point. No spiritual thief can break in without being detected. This is why sudden disasters were averted, and why planned harm could not manifest. Your home is under strict divine security. Nothing happens without permission. What the enemy meant for harm has already been intercepted and dismantled. Type 444 if you believe God is in control. Some disturbances in your life did not come from outside forces but from what was already inside. That is why you must evaluate what exists within your home. The things you hold on to, the memories you refuse to let go of, the unresolved emotions, they all carry weight. Divine monitoring reveals what needs to be removed. Sometimes, it is an old habit. Other times, it is an unhealthy attachment. Whatever disrupts the peace of your space must be dealt with. Spiritual security is not just about blocking external attacks but about maintaining internal order. A house filled with fear, doubt, or negativity becomes an easy target. The more aligned you are with God, the stronger your protection. The divine CCTV never turns off. It records every word, every thought, and every action within your home. That is why what you say, do, and believe matters. Your home is under divine law. Just as earthly authorities require surveillance for security, heaven demands it for your safety. This is not about fear, it is about being aware. The enemy relies on your ignorance to find entry points. When you remain spiritually alert, he has nowhere to hide. That is why prayer, discernment, and spiritual wisdom are necessary. God has already set up the perfect protection system for you. But it is your responsibility to keep your spiritual space clean. No security system works if the owner keeps opening the door to the wrong things. Do not allow the enemy to infiltrate what God has secured. Close the doors that need to be closed. Keep your spiritual defenses strong, and no harm will come near you. Your home is more than a structure of bricks and walls. It is a spiritual fortress, a place where unseen battles take place. That is why heaven has assigned watchful guardians to ensure your safety. Day and night, there are eyes watching over your property. Not just security cameras or neighbors, but divine watchers who see beyond the physical world. They track every energy, every intention, and every presence that attempts to enter. Some things are blocked before they even reach your doorstep. Harm was redirected, negative influences were removed, and unseen dangers were eliminated. You have no idea how much God has already protected you from. Type 333 if you receive this divine protection. The law of the spiritual world is clear. Nothing can touch you without heaven's permission. The enemy may try, but divine surveillance is always one step ahead. The forces assigned to guard you do not sleep or take breaks. Have you ever felt a sudden discomfort in your own home? A presence you could not explain? That was your spirit detecting an interference, something that heaven had already seen and intercepted. The enemy moves in secret, but God's system is flawless. Every shadow, every whisper, and every disturbance is caught in the spiritual realm. That is why certain things never made it past your front door. Some visitors came with hidden agendas, but they were exposed before they could cause harm. You may have wondered why certain plans fell apart or why some meetings never happened. It was because heaven was monitoring every move. Your property is more than just land, it is a spiritually claimed territory. That is why not everyone who enters should have access. Some people carry unseen energies that disrupt the peace of your home. Have you ever noticed how some people leave and suddenly things feel lighter? That is not a coincidence. The spiritual atmosphere of your home is affected by the energies you allow in. Even objects hold energy. Certain items in your home may carry a past that does not belong in your present. This is why divine surveillance watches not only people but also what enters your space. God's monitoring system does not miss a single detail. If something disturbs the balance of your home, you will feel it. It is your job to act, to pray, and to cleanse your space of anything that does not belong. Type 777 if you trust God's guidance. Not all disturbances come from the outside, some come from within. Words spoken in anger, fear, or doubt can invite the wrong kind of presence. Your home must be a place of peace, and anything that disrupts that peace must go. Your property is a sacred space, and the law of heaven is strict about its protection. Angels are assigned to guard every doorway, every window, and every unseen opening where the enemy tries to enter. Have you ever experienced unexpected technical issues, strange noises, or sudden tension in your home? These are sometimes signs of a spiritual shift. Heaven sees everything, and it will warn you when something is off. Do not ignore the signs when your spirit feels uneasy. Divine surveillance catches what your human eyes cannot. If your atmosphere feels disturbed, it is time to act. Spiritual law states that no attack can succeed where God's presence is strong. But the enemy looks for weak spots, places where prayer has faded, where faith has wavered, where spiritual doors have been left open. This is why daily spiritual maintenance is necessary. Just as you check your physical security, you must also check your spiritual defenses. The law of divine protection requires active participation. You may not see the battles happening around your home, but they are real. The reason certain accidents never happened, the reason unexpected financial loss was avoided, the reason danger never reached you, it is because God has been watching over you. Your property is under constant surveillance, and that is why the enemy cannot take what belongs to you. Every attempt has already been blocked. Every attack has already been dismantled. Type 444 if you believe God is in control. You have been placed in your home for a reason. There are blessings assigned to that space, and the enemy knows it. That is why he seeks access through distractions, through conflict, through division. The law of divine order states that where there is peace, blessings flow. The enemy wants to disrupt that peace so that confusion takes over. But as long as your home remains spiritually protected, no attack will stand. Be mindful of what enters your space. Conversations, music, media, these all affect the spiritual atmosphere of your home. The law of divine surveillance monitors everything, and if something does not belong, you will be shown. Have you ever felt uneasy watching something, hearing something, or being in a certain room? That is not random. That is heaven's alert system, warning you to remove what does not belong. Your home has legal protection in the spiritual realm. Just as earthly authorities require security measures, heaven mandates its own surveillance system. This is not about fear, it is about awareness. Some people have tried to enter your home with ill intentions, but their plans failed. They thought they were unnoticed, but divine surveillance caught them before they could act. You were shielded without even knowing it. Every house has a spiritual identity. Some homes attract peace, while others attract trouble. What happens in your home determines which energy lingers. When you fill your space with prayer, worship, and positive energy, darkness has no room to dwell. The law is simple: where God's presence is strong, no evil can remain. Heaven has deployed its most powerful guardians around your household. They are stationed at your doors, your windows, and every unseen entrance where the enemy tries to creep in. Their mission is clear: monitor, protect, and eliminate every hidden threat. The spiritual world is far more active than you realize. There are forces of darkness constantly looking for a way in, but divine surveillance is always one step ahead. The battles being fought over your home are real, even if you do not see them. What you think is just a normal day is actually a battlefield where victory has already been won on your behalf. The reason sudden disasters were avoided, the reason unexpected troubles did not destroy you, the reason certain situations changed in your favor, it is because heaven has been watching over you. Type 333 if you receive this divine protection. Not everyone who steps into your home comes with good intentions. Some bring unseen burdens, hidden motives, and energies that can disrupt the peace within your walls. That is why God's surveillance is always watching, filtering out what does not belong. There were times you felt uneasy around certain visitors. Your spirit was warning you, alerting you that something was off. That was not your imagination, it was a signal from the divine security system watching over you. You may have noticed strange events happening after certain people left your home. A shift in atmosphere, sudden arguments, financial setbacks, these are not always coincidences. The enemy often plants disruptions through people who seem harmless. But do not be afraid, because nothing can enter your home unnoticed. Heaven's security cameras never blink, never fail, and never miss a single movement. Every plan against you has already been intercepted. Your home is a sacred space, and the enemy knows it. That is why he tries to sneak in through distractions, through negative words, through invisible forces that go undetected by human eyes. But he will not succeed. God's monitoring system records everything. Every word spoken, every emotion felt, and every hidden motive, it is all seen. This is why sudden warnings come to you, telling you when something needs to be removed from your space. Have you ever felt an unexplainable heaviness in a certain room? A feeling that something was not right? That was not your mind playing tricks, it was a spiritual detection of something that needed to go. Your home must remain a place of peace. Anything that disrupts that peace must be removed, whether it is an object, a person, or a pattern of behavior. The moment you act, you will feel the shift in your atmosphere. Type 777 if you trust God's guidance. Spiritual surveillance does not just monitor attacks, it also records blessings. The divine system is keeping track of every act of kindness, every word of faith, and every step of obedience. Nothing you do in secret goes unnoticed. Heaven sees the nights you have prayed when no one else knew. It sees the times you chose peace instead of conflict. It records the moments when you could have given up but chose to trust in God instead. The spiritual law states that what is monitored is also judged. This means that every blessing due to you is being released at the appointed time. The things you thought were delayed are simply waiting for the perfect moment. Just as negative actions carry consequences, positive actions bring rewards. What you have sown in faith, in patience, and in obedience is already being returned to you. The divine monitoring system ensures nothing is lost. There are no blind spots in heaven's surveillance. Every thought, every intention, every plan is seen before it even manifests. This is why some situations never happened, because they were blocked before they could begin. The enemy studies routines, looking for weaknesses. If you become complacent, he sees it. If you allow negative influences to linger, he notices. That is why staying spiritually alert is non-negotiable. You must be intentional about protecting your home. Just as security cameras deter physical threats, spiritual vigilance keeps your household safe from unseen attacks. Every prayer strengthens the walls of protection around you. Have you ever felt like something told you to cancel a plan? Or that a delay actually worked in your favor? That was divine intervention, heaven monitoring your steps and redirecting you from danger. Type 444 if you believe God is in control. Not all attacks come through strangers. Some disturbances are created by what is already inside the home. This includes the words spoken, the content consumed, and the emotions that linger in the air. Your home is alive with energy. It absorbs the vibrations of the conversations that happen within its walls. This is why negativity should never be allowed to take root. God's surveillance system detects what needs to be cleansed. If there is tension, if there is confusion, if there is a constant cycle of loss, something is out of alignment. These are signals that a spiritual reset is needed. The moment you take action, whether by praying, removing certain influences, or making a change, you will feel the difference. The air will feel lighter, peace will return, and order will be restored. Some things you own carry history. Objects from unknown origins, gifts from people with mixed intentions, items connected to past struggles, they all hold energy. This is why spiritual cleansing is necessary. Divine surveillance does not just monitor people, it also watches over objects. If something in your home brings discomfort, do not ignore that feeling. God is showing you what needs to be removed. The presence of God and the presence of negativity cannot coexist in the same space. You must choose which one you want to fill your home. The decision you make will determine the atmosphere you live in. When you declare your space a place of light, darkness has no choice but to leave. This is spiritual law. What is watched is also judged, and judgment always leads to justice.